I want to thank everyone for coming, being out here and supporting me. It's very moving to see y'all here. I never thought I'd be in this position through my whole life. You know, I got in law enforcement straight out of college, graduated with a degree in accounting from Southeastern. I was looking for an accounting job, and the next thing I know, I'm got a law enforcement job. I started working probation and parole in the 90s, and in the early 2000s, I worked at the Attorney General's office as an investigator. In both those jobs, I was working in Tangipahoa Parish and around Tangipahoa Parish in cases. And then in 2004, Daniel Edwards hired me to come to work for him and handle the national accreditation for our department. All the awards, all the things that we went through with our accreditation program, we score perfect. You know, I go to some of these accreditation hearings and stuff, and we look at some of these like Chicago, New York, these large police departments with billion-dollar budgets, and you look at the deficiencies that they have when it just comes to policy or managing, answering to the people, serving the community. We're doing something that they're not capable of doing, that somebody's got to tell them, hey, y'all got to get better. We have around 250 full-time funded positions. Currently, we run in about 15 to 20% vacancy. People are steering away from going into law enforcement. And that's something that teaching in law enforcement is two things, if you look nationwide, that we're going to have a struggle in the future staffing those positions. And then a lot of times when you have trouble filling a position, well, you have to lower your standard to put someone in there. And I refuse to do that with the sheriff's office. I want to get the best people, but to get the best people, you've got to have a pay plan in place. You got to try to make it affordable that they can come work for us and live in our community. I want to work on retaining our employees. When they come to work for us, I want them to work their way up and eventually retire from the sheriff's office. Another thing I'm wanting to work toward is mental health training. We're required by law, we do a few hours a year as mandated to give mental health training. And basically the training consists of, okay, if you're dealing with a person who's got a mental problem, you can load them up and take them to jail, or you can load them up and take them to a facility, or you can, it's not how to actually deal with them, to use the minimum force to try to resolve the situation instead of escalating. I don't want our deputies to actually become certified counselors, but I want them to get to the point where they can sit there and talk to a counselor and understand what this person may be suffering from and how to deal with them without having to use, any force if necessary. Also, I believe in equipment and technology. This day and time, our cases, and Scott Paraloo will tell you, or any prosecutor, we can arrest people all day long, but if we don't have a case, if we don't have a solid case with as much evidence as we can gather and present it properly, that case is not going anywhere. I actually have a crew of 2 people now that's in New England getting certified on some video enhancement software. A lot of crimes we get now, we're retrieving videos from all over the place, and sometimes it's not that clear. So we need the software, we need the experts within the sheriff's office to be able to develop that and enhance it and be able to present it to court. I also have recently, we submitted requesting, it's close to $500,000 in earmark money from Julia Letlow's office to buy a rapid DNA system, rapid DNA testing. Currently, if we take DNA in any kind of crime scene or something like that and we present it to the crime lab and send it off, sometimes it could be months getting the results back. This new system and new technology, we take the swab, once we put it in the machine, in 90 minutes we have a profile. So if we have a rash of burglaries or something like that, instead of waiting months to get our DNA back, just because that's the backlog of the state lab, we can go ahead and effectively get on that and go ahead and get these suspects apprehended. I get a self-fulfillment when I know I can help someone. If someone calls me and whatever time of the day, night, I answer the phone and I'm able to help them, I feel like it's not only my job, it's my purpose here. But I have that one person that's been at my side from the beginning, and that's my wife, Patty. Patty has a commitment to me and has a commitment to my job, my future job, and Tangipahoa Parish. Patty graduated Southeastern a year after I did. She went to work in AME at the welfare office. She worked there almost 8 years, and she said she finally realized that the biggest problem that we have in our parish, especially with poverty, is the amount of people that can't read or write in Tenchville Parish. And that's something that you wouldn't think that you would have this modern day and time, because everyone's afforded an education. Everyone goes to school. So she left that job, went back to college, got a degree in teaching, and for the last 20 years she has taught first grade. She had the opportunity to go to Livingston Parish and teach that was closer to her home, but she chose Tenchville Parish because it's what she cares about, and that's her dedication. Between the both of us, we're very dedicated to Tenchville Parish. We understand each other's jobs, and we never put ourselves before each other's jobs. We always, if she gets that phone call, or she's staying up middle of the night grading papers, or I get that phone call in the middle of the night, she never, she just smiles and goes back to bed. And thank you, Patty, for being there for me. And without you, I couldn't do it. I would just have to give up. I want to thank everybody that came tonight for their support and their continued support. And I just need you to pass my message out in the community to all your friends, family, co-workers, or whatever, because when you talk about a campaign is it's a uniformed effort. It's a combined, it's a group. It's when a bunch of people get together and they're going to help you. They help you accomplish your goals, and I need y'all to do that. And I appreciate everyone here, and thank you so much for coming. We have plenty of food still inside. We got char-grilled oysters. Tad is here, and I want to thank the host tonight for making this happen. I really appreciate it.